Seems to be good. Alright.
You.
There we go. This session will take place precisely 2 days after the last one. So 2 days have passed. You are back in the hub. Over the ship's intercom, you've been sitting in real space, not faster than light space, for a couple hours now. And over the ship's intercom, you hear Caiaphas's voice, and Caiaphas says, "Raphael, Jacinto, Talus, could you report to the bridge, please?"
It's been a while, huh?
No, I had over the bridge.
Oh, I thought you were doing your voice.
No.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Oh. Right.
Oh, man. Okay, I gotta do my voice if that's gonna do it.
No. This was a mistake.
This is a trial run, man. We'll see.
It's a try. We'll figure it out. No one else is
I
here.
might just some sessions do it, and some sessions it's not.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, it gets me every time. You're like, hold on, wait a second, and then you do it.
It's every time before I do it, I mute my mic and I say,
laugh.
"Time to drop shock and rock, ladies and gentlemen."
Right. So, you walk up to the bridge. You walk up to the bridge, and Caiaphas is seated at the hollow table in the bridge, and Zahariel is at the pilot station. Although the ship, from what you can see, is moving at a pretty slow speed. There seems to be a lot of traffic around right now. Caiaphas looks up as you all enter, and he nods and he says, Good. Take a seat if you would please. Got a special assignment for you three, as it turns out."
What?
I'm thinking about what to say. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just listening intently.
What's the assignment? There, I said it. Whoa. Crazy guys.
He runs his hand through his hair and he says, "Well, so the Scarlet Raider, the ship we took from our new crew member, Miss Scarlet Fisk."
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said before, that turns out it's an old Federation destroyer, back in the Great System War. As it turns out, the Federation kind of wants that ship back. Now, by all rights, we took that ship legally, but I'd rather not have the Federation breathing down our neck for having it. Well, I've been making some calls around, calling in some old contacts of mine to see if we could offload the ship. Maybe get some credits or something in trade. And an old friend of mine from the Federation Navy, she runs a scrap buy and sell starship yard, about a day's travel from here. She's willing to take it off my hands. Problem is, there is a big-ass queue here in the hub to land in Winter's Grasp, and I don't want to lose our spot in line. Plus, we took some damage in the last battle, and she needs some repairs. So, I called you all up here, because, Raphael, you're about the closest thing we have to a pilot, and I'd rather not give Scarlet Fisk her ship back and have her risk just running off with it. But this place that I want to send you all to, it's a well, it's a little bit more on the poor side of town, if you catch my drift.
Oh, I catch drift.
I'm not gonna be able to focus if that keeps doing that. Hold on.
Thank you, Joey Wheeler.
Oh, Joey. Okay. I'll nod at him. I don't really have a lot to say about the situation.
Seeing as how I can't go myself, Talus, well, she's more willing to trust a former Federation than anybody else on the ship. He nods at you.
That's me, sir.
And Jacinto, well, you're the muscle on the trip.
I flex. Yes.
Pump the guns a little bit, flex the pecs.
He's flexing.
Alright. Good to go? Like, you got any questions for me?
So, we are
Okay,
escorting.
let's keep this straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're driving that ship back to the Federation.
You're driving it to her.
Okay. Right.
Now, once you get there, hold on. Once you get there, she's agreed to take it off our hands. I would like you three, Timmy. We're doing a D&D session, just so you know.
Oh no, my party audio came in bass boosted.
Says,
My ears just broke.
once you get there, see if you can get another ship in trade. We don't need no big-ass destroyer. Maintenance costs are too damn high. But, say, a fighter? Well, I think it could really come in handy. Especially since our very first space battle together saw that we were quite outnumbered out there. Got pretty lucky.
Yeah. Okay.
Lastly, while you're over there, well, her shop's a pretty popular stopping point for a lot of spacers from all around. See if you can't find another member or two to kick around or to join our crew around here. We're still overburdened with maintenance, daily maintenance, and although Felipe is a godsend, he can't keep up with all of it. Could use somebody who knows a thing or two about keeping this or keeping our ship running. And if it strikes your fancy, if you pick up a starfighter, we might need a pilot for it.
Okay.
Sounds
Me.
good.
Okay. So we need write things down. We're selling ship,
Yes.
buying ship,
Yes. Recruiting crew
mechanic.
members.
mechanic,
Pilot.
pilot.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. How? Was this? No, I'll wait. We'll get there.
Now, the planet you're going to, and he taps on the hollow table, and you see a small blue planet pop up, is Chiliad. About a day's travel from here, like I said. It's a refueling planet mostly covered by oceans. The only significant city, which is where DeCroy, who you are meeting, where she heads her shop is Hydrus, basically a glorified floating scrap platform. She runs DeCroix's dependable ships on Chiliad. I already told her that I'm sending some of my crew out to meet her, and I won't be there myself. And he slides a small data chip across the table, and he says, as soon as you arrive in the system, just plug this baby into the ship, and it'll send out my own personal code, and she'll know it's you, or she'll know to be expecting you.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
He shrugs his shoulders and he says, like I said, Chiliad isn't the most reputable of places. Keep an eye on your credit chips, fellas, while you're out there.
Okay. Do that.
Zahariel has already gone through the trouble of plotting the course for you. All you really need to do is be on board the ship and then land the damn thing when you get there.
Thanks, Sahariel.
Thanks, Sahariel.
Processing. Your gratitude is noted.
The smoothest of vibe.
Alright.
I'm trying to think if I got any questions or not.
Shall we head out then?
Sure.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, I'm good.
We are
Can't use
docking
myself.
with the Death or Glory now. You may transfer over in 1 moment.
I'm gonna go to my room and grab my stuff. My gear and junk. Right?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm gonna grab my stuff too.
Yeah, I'll go get my stuff.
Alright.
No. You don't get to chuckle when I say I go to my room. What's going on here?
Ow.
Did I get my stuff?
Yeah. You guys got
Yeah,
your stuff.
sick.
Stuff too.
Damn it.
Okay, you all got your stuff?
Yeah.
You feel a judder as the ship docks with the other ship, the what you know to have been the Scarlet Raider, or the Red Wake, excuse me. That's the name of the ship, not the Scarlet Raider. The Red Wake, now known as Death or Glory, a former Federation destroyer.
Right.
And it docks at the cargo hold, so the rear of the ship.
Okay.
And when the cargo hold opens, it opens into the cargo hold of that ship, so you can just kind of cross on over.
Yeah, I think I got
Lead the
everything on
way.
me.
Pilot.
Who's the pilot?
You
are.
All right.
We're off to a hot start.
I guess I'm walking.
You board the Death or Glory. Now, it seems at some point, while you all were traveling back, that Zahariel made a nice little sweep through the ship, as most of the pirate iconography has been taken down inside of the ship.
That's censorship.
The ship is now a very boring gunmetal military-style gray on the inside. Zahariel's favorite.
I expect nothing less.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I guess I'll walk up to the pilot seat.
all right. You sit down in the pilot seat, and the computer screen in front of you, it pops up, and it shows it shows a little message that says pre-plotted course loaded execute ? And it shows destination Chiliad.
That's... Yeah, I'll click it. I hope you guys are sitting down.
Yeah, of course.
You click the button, and then Zahariel's voice comes over the intercom, and it says, executing Vivi Horizon Drive in 30 seconds. Please strap in to avoid unnecessary cosmic accidents.
Right. I'm strapped in. I don't know about you guys.
I strap in.
Me too.
Executing Vivi Horizon Drive in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Executing. And with a shutter, your ship jumps to faster than light speed.
Lit.
Is there anything you want to do in the about 12-ish hours you guys have?
12. Goddamn.
Is the chair I'm sitting in able to like spin?
You're gonna spin for 12 hours.
The
No,
chair...
I just like to spin for a little bit.
the chair can like rotate around, and yes, you can spin it in place.
Okay, yeah.
Patrick, is this place, that hub we're going to, does it have like, what, is it just like a hangout spot, or is there like shops there, or what's the deal?
Okay, so it was described to you as it's an ocean planet. It's a refueling planet. So
Yes.
ships would land there, and now the refueling purposes is for their plasma reactors, which you can't use, which is what they use when you're not going faster than light, right? You refuel them with water. The place you are going to, Hydrus, is a quote-unquote city, but he described it as a floating scrap platform, basically.
Ah.
But you do know that DeCroy does have a shop there, so... But you'll have to see when you get there.
Oh boy.
Cool beans, brother.
Okay. Okay. What am I doing? You got any games on this ship, or?
Oh, we could play a card game if there's cards.
I don't have cards.
Some of
You
you
know,
cards.
Kind of fun.
Let me look at my inventory.
Didn't one of you
here.
have a soldier's pack? I think the soldier's pack comes with cards.
Military pack? It might actually.
Military pack, I think it comes with a gambling set,
One of the
which
packs
is-
has a gambling set in it.
which is cards, dice, and I think it was chips.
Be honest, I do not know if I have that.
Let's see. I'll look it up in the thing. I have it open.
I literally, in my inventory, I just put military pack. I didn't go over
Military
the
pack has a gambling set in it.
Yep, military pack does
Oh
in
my
fact
God,
have a
let's
gambling
go,
set.
Let's go!
We playing games.
What are we
Yeah,
playing?
dude, we're playing fucking 21.
I don't know how to play that.
Or blackjack, I mean, sorry.
Oh yeah, let's play blackjack.
I prefer blackjack.
Who is the dealer? Are you the dealer?
No.
My teammate in Apex name is Beef
Are you
Roast
sure?
Malone.
Okay, I could be the dealer.
We can take turns.
Oh, what are we betting?
All your currencies. Go all in first hand.
Or you could play war.
Ooh,
War
let's
would
play
be
Rich
fun.
Man Poor Man.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's good.
Then I sit out and I'll watch you two play.
Oh, I think we need like 8 people for this.
Alright.
Well, there's only 3 of us. so-
Actually, no, I think we need only 2. But what are we playing? I want to decide. Let's play solitaire and watch each other. I'm gonna watch Talus play
We're
solitaire.
playing stuff. We're figuring out what to play for 12 hours. I'm gonna say we eventually figure it out.
Yeah, I'll
No,
say
Gotcha,
you
what
never
is it?
figure it out.
you play a mixture of blackjack, and then when that gets boring, you play 5-card hold'em, and then you play
Did I win
Texas
anything?
hold'em.
Are you winning, son?
Roll me a we'll say a sleight of hand to see if you win.
Let's see. What's my sliding in? How do I roll? I forget how to roll my skills. Click it?
I think you can pull it up and then just click it.
Oh, there we go. Not great. Not bad.
You perform really, really average through it. You don't make any quote-unquote money. You don't lose any quote-unquote money.
There you go, man.
Works for me.
Alright, time passes, and the ship's automated voice comes over the intercom, and it says, "Exiting Vivi Horizon Space in 30 seconds. Please strap yourselves in for your own safety."
Okay, well, I'm
Strap
gonna
myself
strap
in.
myself in.
Exiting Vivi Horizon Space. 3, 2, 1. Exiting. And with a jolt, your ship exits Vivi Horizon Space. Upon
Let's
exiting,
go.
you see a small blue planet in front of you, and your plasma reactors on your ship, they kick in, and you feel it in the ship, and you start to accelerate forward. About a minute passes, and then a voice comes over the intercom, and the voice says to you, "Unidentified ship marked as SR-173, and on your computer, Raphael, a little screen pops up, and it marks your ship as SR-173. Please identify yourself."
I guess plug in the chip. maybe?
Wraith, you
What
just.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna plug the chip in. Good idea.
You plug in the chip, and the little screen on your computer says, or it writes out "transmitting," and then a moment passes, and you hear the voice again, and the voice says, "Roger that. We got your credentials. Yep, you're expected. All right, you are cleared for landing in Bay 8. Sending it to your autopilot now. Just click execute when you're ready. Thank you."
Is everyone strapped in? I'm looking at everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll press execute.
You press execute, and automatically the autopilot system on your ship calibrates the fastest course to Bay 8. And your ship turns, and it begins accelerating at high speed. A few minutes pass, and eventually you hit the atmosphere of Chiliad. And your ship breaks through the atmosphere, and you break through the clouds, and your ship starts to slow down. And coming into view, you see what looks like a floating scrap platform on this planet. Now, to describe the planet, it is very rainy outside, and you see high waves. And as far as the eye can see, besides this floating scrap platform, you just see high waves and ocean everywhere.
Let's go.
All around you, you see ships. They'll break through the clouds, and they'll go and they'll hover over the high waves in the ocean, and you'll see long tubes come slinking out, and they start sucking up a bunch of the water. And then once they're done refueling the ships, they kick in their afterburners, their plasma reactors, and they go back up through the planet. However, you do see some ships are going directly to this scrap platform. Your ship begins to accelerate towards this scrap platform, and you're getting close to it, and it's starting to come into view, and you can see that there's a ton of buildings on this floating scrap platform, and you can actually see housing. They kind of look like shanty towns. And all of the buildings are made out of what looks to be old starship parts that have been stripped out and then repurposed to make hab blocks for people to live in. Anyway, you're getting close, and a voice pops up, and the voice says, "Hello, I am Emma DeCroy. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?"
I guess that's me, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Raph Ryan.
I take it you are a member of Caiaphas's crew?
That's right.
And how is that old dog doing?
He's old.
And I'm sure he's still as charming as ever. Yes.
That's what you want to call it.
Oh, a lady doesn't kiss and tell. Anyway, I will meet you at Bay 8 upon your landing, and we can discuss terms for that beautiful ship that you have there.
Works for me.
It sounds more and more pained every time.
I know.
A couple more minutes pass, and you come into view of what looks like a massive dry dock yard, and you can see that there are multiple starships in these bays, and even from where you're at while you're landing, you can see there are people scrambling all over these starships. You see welding torches, you see strips, or you see pieces of them being lifted off and carried by massive robotic haulers that, like, they take a whole plating of the starship off at a time. And all across this dry dock, you see shipping containers that are stacked multiple stories high. And your ship sets down in this dry dock, and then the moment it steps down, the doors at the back of the dry dock, they open up and they flood the bottom of the ship with some of the ocean, and they close it off, so now your ship is basically kind of like a giant tub it's sitting in right now.
Okay.
And the voice comes over the intercom, and she says, "We have docked a platform for you at your cargo hold in the back. I will meet you out on the platform."
Okay. I'm not saying okay to her. I'm gonna get up.
Alright. You guys going back there?
I'm walking back there.
Yeah.
The cargo doors open at the back, and they dock with a platform, a suspended platform at the back. At the bottom of your cargo hold, down the ramp, you see a middle-aged woman, and she is dressed in workman's coveralls. Her hair and her clothes are dirty. They're covered in what looks like oil, and she's wearing these gloves, and the gloves, they're scorched black at the fingertips, probably from handling like a welding torch. And her brown hair falls past her shoulders, and she has a single augmented eye over her right eye, and a noticeable scar that runs across her right cheekbone. And she's waiting for you at the bottom of the ramp.
Okay. I'll walk down the ramp, and I got nothing to fear. How long is the ramp?
It's not long.
Oh.
It's like, yeah, no. You could see
Okay.
her from when, yeah. You get to the bottom of the ramp, and she gives you a little bit of a bow, and she pulls off her glove, and her hand is actually very dainty and clean underneath the glove, and she extends it out to you, and she says, Emma DeCroy, at your service.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put my hand out.
She grabs your hand and she shakes it ever so gently, and she looks at your two companions and she said, "And you two are?"
I introduced myself.
Hey, the name's Talus.
Oh,
She-
man.
She looks at you, Talus, and she notices your uniform and she says, "Oh, former Federation, are we?"
Yes, ma'am.
It is a
This is the best
pleasure.
idea that ever existed, I think.
It's quite possibly the worst. She says, "It is a pleasure indeed, Talus." Outside, Chiliad it's a little cold, due to the fact that it's covered in ocean and there's just rain and mist constantly assailing you when you step outside. She looks you all over and she's looking over your ship and she says, "It's quite a beautiful one. Hmm. Ah, yes. Defiance class destroyer. Older model, but still very effective. Yes, I could definitely turn this back over to the Federation for a pretty penny indeed." Hmm. Caiaphas wasn't lying. She looks back at you all and she says, "Well then, let's get right to business. If you would join me in my office," and she points to a building in the center of the dry dock. And she turns back and says, "We can get out of this dreadful cold and rain."
Lead the way.
Mm-hmm.
She nods and she turns. She begins to walk towards the building. The building, to describe it as an office building would be generous indeed. It is, like the rest of these buildings on this planet, made out of what looks to be various bits and pieces from starships. There was a half-hearted attempt to put a window in using, or there was a half-hearted attempt to put a window in, but it just kind of makes the building look even more ugly than it already was before. She opens the door and she steps inside to the building. Inside the building, she was being quite literal when she described it as her office building. It is a single-story building, and it's just her giant office on the inside. She has a desk, a chair, that she sits behind, or she sits behind the desk in her chair,
Ah, sorry.
and the desk is surrounded on both sides and behind her by a series of computer banks. And when she sits down at the desk, she types into a few of the computers around her, and holograms pop up showing your ship, as well as showing her own inventory of starships on her left side. And she tenses her hands together and she says, "Now, Caiaphas told me that you were looking to trade in the you were looking to trade in the Death or Glory."
I nod.
I nod
Yeah, I'll nod at her.
and say, yeah. And then I ask for, basically, what they have for sale, or what we can trade in for.
She nods her head and she says, "Well, it depends on what you're looking for. Death or Glory is a fine ship. I could get quite a bit of money for it. So, pretty much most of what I have to offer I would be willing to trade in for it. I have some old freighters, I've got some oil tankers, I've got some trader ships, I've got fighters. Are you looking for any type of ship in particular? And as she's saying this, she's scrolling through the inventory, the holograms on her left side. She's moving her finger and it's scrolling through them all.
Kaifest said he wanted a fighter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're looking for...
We'll look at your fighter selection, I guess.
I do have a few on offer. 3, as a matter of fact, that I'm willing to, or that are fully capable of being put into service right away. And she uses her hand and she moves the 3 fighters over to the middle so you can all see. And she spreads them out in front of you, and she holds up the 3 ships, and she taps each one, and she says, I will be moving them into the bay next to your ship, so you could personally inspect them if you wish. But I can give you some basics about them right now.
Sure. That sounds good.
She points to the rightmost one in front of you, and when she holds it up and shows it, it looks very sleek and very streamlined. And she makes it the biggest ship in the hologram, and she says, this would be our Eagle class interdiction fighter. Very small, very fast. They are a top of the line fighter ships. Now, of course, that small size and speed comes at the price of armor redundancy, but she is very well armed for a ship of her type as well. And she... Hold on, Yep, there it is. She says, it has 2 bow dual las cannons in the front, a stern las cannon in the rear, and now the Eagle company that makes this ship pride themselves on their so-called new weapon system. Drone missiles underneath here.
Ooh.
Now, you have to get in rather close to use them, but they are packed. They are missiles packed with a swarm of mini drones, and they cause quite a lot of havoc if they get inside a ship, let me tell you.
Well, it's kind of horrifying, but I'm in.
She pulls it back down and she pushes it aside. At the other end of the spectrum, she pulls another ship over, and when she shows it to you, it's this fat, bulky, almost kind of looks like a flying brick. And she spins it around and she says, this is a former Sol Republic planetary defense fighter. Now, it can break atmosphere, and it can fight in space, but this baby is best used more in atmosphere. She has a lot of armor, and she has quite a few redundant parts. She can take quite the beating, let me tell you. As far as armament-wise, you've got a bow autocannon. Very deadly indeed. I've seen these just absolutely tear apart whole tank companies back in the war. And then she spins the ship around and says, and you have a single stern las cannon in the rear for a secondary gunner. And she pushes that ship to the side, and she pulls up the middle ship, and she says, and finally, you've got your very run-of-the-mill starfighter. Both sides use these in the war, as I'm sure you're aware, Talus. It falls in between the planetary defense fighter and the Eagle interdiction ship. It has a smaller autocannon than the planetary defense fighter in the front, but what's unique about these starfighters is they come with standard issue plasma bombs. Now these are very devastating when dropped upon an enemy ship. I've seen much larger warships taken down by a whole horde of starfighters making a bombing run against them.
I like I like that one, the Eagle class one, or the Eagle Company one.
The first one?
Yeah.
Me too.
Me as well.
What are your thoughts?
I like both of them, so I mean,
I like having a ship to blow up other ships.
those little drones
Drones are good.
sound pretty spooky.
Does those go inside?
Yeah, they go inside
like,
the
kill the crew?
ships.
They'll explode
Assume.
inside the ship,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
So that's like a crew thing.
Fuck.
And then there's the bomber, and that just blows up. I like
I say
both
we
of
do
those.
the bomber.
The bomber's good. I feel like it would be useful to have a big damage.
That's fine with me.
Does it look cool though?
I have pictures.
Ooh.
Please tell me it's a Y-wing.
No.
Hold on, I need to find the chat. Okay. So,
Y-wing or bust.
No.
Far side
You
of
can't
the
have it.
stars.
Dude.
You get a B-wing.
No!
A B-wing. Where is? Okay, here is the eagle. That's the interdiction one.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Ooh!
What do you like?
How many people does that fit?
Just one.
Just one? God
It's
damn.
a fighter.
I guess I got proficiency in that guy.
I think it's just one.
It looks like for one.
This is the planetary defense fighter.
Oh. Kinda like
Oh
that
my
one, too.
lord! Jesus Christ, dude!
I like that design a whole lot.
That's like fat.
I like that a whole lot.
And then the heavy starfighter looks like this.
It does look like a brick. Oh my goodness.
These are all
Ooh,
super cool.
I like
What the
that
hell?
one.
PS5.
I like the bomber. The
Yeah.
bomber, I don't know. I feel like the utility of it is very useful.
And all these are for one person pilots, right?
Let me see. Hold on. The interdiction fighter is one person. You can have people inside, but they can't use any of the other.
Right.
Oh no, the interdiction is two, because it has
Oh.
it has bow dual las cannons and has a stern las cannon. So like think of like a gunner in the back that has to shoot out the back.
Two
the-
gunners, okay.
The planetary defense fighter is two as well, because you have the bow autocannon and the stern las cannon. The heavy starfighter is one, because the guy would operate, or whoever the pilot would operate, the bow autocannon and the plasma bombs.
Yeah, I vote for the
one-man ship.
plasma bomber.
Yeah. I think
I'm
the
all
one-man
for it.
ship.
I think we'll take that one.
A fine choice, darling. Sometimes the standard is the best. And she puts away the interdiction fighter and the planetary defense fighter. Now then, as or in a show of good faith, I will let you inspect the heavy starfighter as you please. I will, of course, have to send my own inspectors into Death or Glory to ensure everything is in place and that there is nothing wrong with the ship.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right then. She pulls up a little microphone And she says, if it is okay with you, my dockmaster will be the one that can help you inspect the heavy starfighter. He's a former Federation naval. He's former Federation Navy like I was as well. He knows what he's talking about.
Okay.
She speaks into the microphone and she says, Bronzy, can you please report to the office, please? Thank you. He'll be here in a moment.
Okay.
Anything you want to ask her?
Yeah, can I ask her about that Scrap City? Like,
Ooh, good point.
just general things about it, I guess, like
Oh,
what they
Hydrus?
like there and what kind of crowd we are dealing with down there.
She looks around and says, Oh, Hydrus? Eh, it's a little rough around the edges. I set up here right after the war, I do admit. But, they're pretty good folk from what I've experienced so far. I've been here a while now, like I said, just after the war. But it's always been like this as far as I can tell. They're very independent streaked, like most former Federation planets are. We are former Federation. After the war, we broke away and decided to rough it out on our own. We have our fair share of crime, but what planet doesn't? Our police force around here, they do their best, but they can't be everywhere at once. All in all, I don't think it's that bad of a place to live, although being an ocean planet and a refueling planet, you see, we've had to make do with what we can, and well, what we have a lot of around here is a lot of scrap starships. And that's where my company comes in. Any extra bits and pieces from starships that I cannot use, I tend to give to the community to help building projects around here.
Oh. Big old recycling planet. I dig it.
Okay.
Basically, yes. We use every little piece that we can around here. Every little nut, bolt, and screw.
Now, if we were to be looking for recruits for our little company we got going, what would be a good place to start looking in the city?
Well, I can tell you that the first stop for most spacers when they stop here is the Spacer's Choice Bar, which is not too far from here. You also may look for some of my workers around here if it pleases you. We are an at-will company. They can come and go as they please. I don't bind them to any sort of contracts. We all know what we're doing around here, and they are paid on time, and they can come and go as they please. And that's just kind of how Chiliad is. Not a lot of people stop here for very long.
Alright. Makes sense.
You hear a very loud bang, bang, bang on the door. and she speaks up and says, You can come in, Bronzy. The door opens, and you see a solid slab of muscle on the other side of the door. And the man bends over, and he walks into the door sideways, and he stands up to his full height. Now, Bronzy easily stands 7 feet tall, but that's not what's most impressive about him. What's most impressive about him is he's about as wide as 2 men. You can tell his hair is close cropped and he has a 5 o'clock shadow. The sides of his head, which he has shaved down, on the right side of his head, he has the Milky Way galaxy tattooed onto his head. And you see a
Is it in
series...
color?
Yes. And he has
God
a series
damn.
of red X red X's tattooed on some of the locations of the Milky Way galaxy. He has his sleeves rolled up, and on his right arm you see 2382 tattooed, and on his left arm he has IR-HALFAR, IR-HALFAR on his left arm.
Yeah. Okay.
Bronzy looks like this.
What the hell?
I should also say he's wearing a full bodysuit.
Yes.
Bro. What the hell?
Let's go.
And Bronzy, he looks at all of you, and then he looks at you, Talus, and he cracks a smile, and he says, "Was you a ground pounder in the Federation?"
Why, yes, sir.
Them augments, too. Commando program?
Yes, sir.
He extends out a huge hand to you, and he says, "Calidor Bronzy. Most people just call me fucking Bronzy. At your service."
I shake his hand and say, "Nice
How
to meet
big
you,
is his
Bronzy."
hand? And
His
how
Talus
close
here.
into your hand?
His hand engulfs yours, Talus.
Oh lord.
Can I use two hands then?
Yeah.
How tall is Bronzy? I'm afraid.
He's nearly 7 feet tall.
Oh my goodness. He's taller than me.
You also can tell that he's very obviously not natural. He's had some kind of gene splicing to make him this big. And he looks at the rest of you and he says, "I take it you's the ones that are buying one of our ships?"
Yeah. Yes, we are.
How is Jacinto feeling?
He is
Because this man is huge.
spewing.
I'm on
He is
YouTube.
seeing someone large like him and is going
How tall are you?
almost 7 feet.
I'm
6'8"?
6'4".
I'm
He-
like 6'8"-ish.
He looks at you, Jacinto, and he cracks a smile, and you can see he kind of flexes his muscles a little bit, and he says, he looks at you and he says, "You spliced too?"
I kind of like, I like, touch the tip of my finger, or the pad of my index finger onto my horn, and I go, "How'd you tell? How'd you know?"
I like it. He turns and he says, "All right, I'll show you to your ship." And he bends over and he steps out sideways. Following him, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He walks back towards your ship, and as he's walking back, you see your heavy starfighter swing around, and it lands at the edge of the dry dock. Now, it is small enough that it can land on the dry dock itself, so that's what it does. A guy exits out the front of the starfighter. He exits out the front, so the cargo hold for it is in the front. And as you are walking up, you hear a loud screech of metal come from the bay to your right, and you notice that a piece of a starship, armored plating, falls off and it goes crashing into the water underneath the starship. And Bronzy turns and he looks and he points at it and he says, "Andre, you break another one of our fucking starships and I'll have your fucking head." And he turns and he says, he shakes his head and he says, "Fucking landsman. Don't know how to keep a starship running. Fuck. If we were still in the Federation Navy, I'd had him strung up on the outside of the hull when we jumped to light speed."
Talus starts sweating after hearing that.
He walks over to the ship and he turns and he turns around to you guys and he pulls out a little hollow clipboard and he's looking it over and he says, turning in death or glory, huh? Old Defiance class destroyer. Can't say I ever served on one myself, but good ship. All right, turning it in, and he turns back and he looks. He says, turning it in for a Star Sweeper class heavy starfighter. Good ships. Saved our ass more than a few times back in the war. Alright, now what you got here is a Star Sweeper class. Now, front here, you got a heavy auto cannon. Shred anything that gets too close to you. Nice solid steel in their face. Now, she comes standard with 4 plasma bombs located underneath. You gotta get pretty damn close to drop them, but they hit, ooh, baby. I've seen them blow apart cruisers before. She's got decent armor, and he punches the ship with the underside of his fist. She's got decent armor. That's double-plated tungsten right there. She's got a deflector system, although I wouldn't rely on it too much. Pretty minor. You do have a Vivi Horizon drive, a miniaturized version. Good for 1 jump, then you gotta refuel it. Plasma reactor is also good for 1 jump, then she needs refueling. Honestly, wouldn't use this ship for anything more than defending a big old ship. Escort fighter, you see.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
She's got decent speed, although it's nothing to write home about. All in all, pretty bog standard ship, but they're pretty good. There's a reason why both the Federation and the Soul Republic used these back in the war. Not the newest, not the prettiest, but she'll get the job done for you. Now, I've handled the inspection myself, and I can tell you that she's fully fueled up, guns are loaded, plasma bombs are loaded, armor's rated pretty good. She's good to go. You can inspect it yourself if you wish, and I'm here to answer any questions you might have.
Yeah, Bronzy, how long have you been working here?
Well, been here 10 years now. Reckon 10 years standard.
Anyone ever offer you a place on their ship before? You know, you ever miss the being on the out in the world rather than on a fueling planet?
Honestly, every single day. I can't stand dealing with these landsmen. None of them are avoidsmen like me. They don't know the ass end of the ship from the bow. And they fucking drop armored plates all the damn time, Andre. Yeah, I miss it. But I do like Mr. Croy. I never served with her, but I know her from the war. She's a damn good captain, voidsman like me. And she knows how to run a damn fine shop here.
Well, our little company of merry adventurers are always looking for well, I shouldn't say always. We've been looking for someone that knows their way around a ship pretty damn well. And we got one of our own back at the home ship, but I don't know if we could. I mean, basically, we'd love to have you on our ship if you're interested at all.
He scratches at his cheek and he
You
says,
seem to know what you're doing a whole lot.
he scratches at his cheek and he says, I tell you what, not too many people come through here offering the big old gene spliced Hulk like me a chance to go back out into the stars. I ain't looking for much pay, I'll tell you that right now. I want nothing more than to get my space legs back out there. But, again, I do like it here. I do like DeCroy. So I tell you what. We gotta inspect your ship anyway, and it's gonna take a hell of a lot longer than it took me to inspect this ship for you.
Mhm.
So let's say we discuss it over some drinks. I'll buy.
Sounds good.
And he looks over at you, Talus, says, I want to hear a couple stories, because it ain't every day that a commando comes through here.
Okay, sir, but they're not pretty.
He cracks his neck and he cracks his knuckles and he says, mine ain't either. He walks over to near your guys' bay and he pulls out a long length of pipe and he shoves it into his belt holster. And he looks over all of you and he kind of leans in close and he says, there's been some rougher gentlemen around here lately. Do you all have some personal protection?
Yeah. And I fucking
Take my pistol out
yeah.
and twirl it. Can I
I
twirl it?
see my shotguns on my back, and I got my
What do I have to roll
Well,
to twirl the pistol?
metal holsters, I guess.
You don't have to roll to twirl. And he shakes his head when he looks at your guns and he says, you ain't gonna be allowed into Spacer's Choice with those. Do you have some more, and he points at the pipe, personal protection?
Oh, I'll take my knife out then.
I shove my fists into my holsters and pull out my knuckles and clap them into place, or not clap them, but like bonk them into place, I guess.
Bonk.
He looks over at you, Talus.
No, sir. Just me trust your rifle. I got these hands.
He reaches behind his back and he pulls out a long, what looks like a piece of starship armor that's been serrated down into a blade. And he hands it over to you, Talus.
Much appreciated, sir.
Keep those close. And he cracks his knuckles and he says, now, let's go see how much grog you all can throw back.
Oh boy.
And he begins walking towards the city. You follow Bronzy for a few minutes, and eventually he leads you down a kind of bustling avenue. Here and there you see people coming and going. You see droids out on the street, and they're standing in front of shops that offer wares. But eventually he comes to what is very obviously a bar, based on the drunk, passed out man in front of the bar.
Mm-hmm.
The bar says, it has a hologram sign that says the Spacer's Choice, and you see a starship that keeps taking off. And when the starship takes off, there is a guy holding up a mug of beer on the hologram, and every time the starship takes off, he lifts up his mug of beer. And standing in front of the shop, just a couple feet away from the passed out drunk man, is a large bodyguard droid, a security droid. And as you are approaching, the droid steps in front of the door, and it beeps, and it says, "Please turn over your weapons." And the droid's chest opens up, and you see a large gun rack appear from its chest.
Right.
I'll lock up my pistol and my shotgun.
Yeah, I guess I'll handle my pistol
Yeah.
and my arquebus.
The droid closes up the gun locker, and it closes up its chest, and then it dispenses out a small data chip from its hand to each one of you. And it says, "Your weapons have been gene-coded. When you require them back, please dispense them into," and it turns its hand over, "this slot," and you see a slot for where you could dispense the gene chips.
Hey.
"Please enjoy Spacer's Choice," and it rolls back from the door.
God damn it. Not a big fan of not having my gun, but it'd be like that. Okay. What are we doing now?
Go for some drinks.
Yeah.
So,
You step inside. Now, the Spacer's Choice is your standard run-of-the-mill dive bar. You see a large man with a very long gray beard is standing behind the bar, and he's taken the dirty drinks and he's putting them into a large dishwasher behind him, and they're just auto cleaning. Excuse me. They're just auto cleaning the dishes, and people
I
are
don't trust
ordering.
that at all.
People are ordering drinks, and he flips up a button, and a little computer pops up, and he types in what drink, and then a large spout comes from the ceiling, and it mixes all of the drink together into one, and then it slides the drink automatically over to those ordering. There are also a few tables on the inside, and you notice that the inside of the building, again, it's mostly made out of starship parts. The inside of the building has been emulated to look like the bridge of a starship.
Of course.
And Bronzy walks over to a table, and he plops his massive bulk down, and you hear the metal chair he sits in starts to groan underneath him as he plops himself down. And he pops himself down, and he presses a button on the table, and a hologram pops up, and he scrolls through, and he presses a button, and immediately a glass plops down from the ceiling, and then a long spout comes down, and it mixes a drink right there for him.
Damn.
I sit down across from him and I ask, what's he having?
He looks over at you and he cracks a smile, and he says, "Spacer's Grog. It's my favorite. It's made out of rum and whatever we could make in the engine compartment."
Oh.
That's gross, man.
Oh.
That's really gross.
And what pops out is this clear drink, and he
That's
picks it up,
insane.
and he just downs it in one gulp.
Oh, no.
Bless you.
That's gross, man. What is it? What alcohol exists in space?
I'll take one.
Anything you
No,
can
wait.
think of.
Wait.
Spacer's Grog.
I'll take one, sure.
He cracks a smile and he presses the button, and the same thing plops down in front of you.
I don't know why, even though I've seen this guy's face in the picture you sent, I'm still picturing fucking Guile from Street Fighter. I don't know why
Why
I'm
are you
doing that.
picturing Guile from Street
I don't
Fighter?
know.
That's so oddly specific.
I
It's
don't know
like
why, but I
Guile,
get
but like
Bato vibes.
less of the hair, you know?
What the hell?
Get Bato vibes.
Who?
Bato
Damn.
from
Bato
Ghost
from
in the
Ghost
Shell.
in the Shell.
Oh.
Just with how big he is.
He's
Bato's Bato's pretty big too.
Can I like wave down the?
the bartender.
Yeah.
The bartender
How do I,
looks.
do I just pull it from the thing, or how do I do this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a
There's
button.
a hologram menu.
Yeah, it's a hologram menu. You press
Oh,
a
I
button.
just type it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna type in pina colada.
A pina colada appears right in front of you.
It's lit. I love the future.
Bronzy, he leans back in the chair a little bit and he says, "Now then, Talus, what earned you those augmetics?" And he orders another one of Spacer's grog.
Goddamn.
But this one he starts sipping.
Am I gonna have to read this whole thing?
No.
Hey,
Do
said
it.
this.
Do it in your character voice.
No, please.
I'm
just go with your
sure.
voice.
I'm sure he'd probably know what battle if you tell
Oh,
him.
he's got the tattoo on him, I think, right? That ear Halfer.
Yeah, he has ear Hafar.
Yeah,
Um,
he fucking knows. I don't even.
Oh,
know
God.
much. Let me look through this note, through my notes real quick.
I don't know what that
A little
means.
snippet. It's for the fucking dirty bombs went down.
Oh, right. I'm gonna sip on. I'm gonna take
Oh,
some drinks of
man.
my grog.
To tell you that it tastes absolutely like just pure liquor would be an understatement. It like touches your tongue and it starts to burn.
Oh, cool. I love role playing. I can never do this.
That's gross, man.
And he like you have no idea how he just downed this in one gulp.
Maybe his tongue is augmented. Who knows?
Yeah, after seeing that, I'm gonna order a pina colada as well.
Let's go,
Hey,
baby.
I'm gonna go with the more fruity thing.
Tropical. Tropical in a
Vibe.
Jacinto
This is
can't be
refueling
showed up by
station's
this
dive
guy.
bar.
Jacinto
On
can't be showed up
ocean
by this
planet.
guy. He's got to do it.
He's got the fucking Anatoly thing.
I do what I want. Does it have an umbrella straw?
Oh my god, dude.
No, it just has a regular straw.
Oh,
Is
I
it
was
curvy
gonna
at
be
least?
Like, yeah, it's like a fan
silly
from like
straw?
a tiny, like a
What is that?
tiny.
Like a silly straw or like
Yeah,
a normal
sure.
straw?
A normal straw. It's an anti-straw.
Unfortunately,
Can it be
no.
like? Can it have like a metal umbrella that's like shaped from like a fan from like a small piece of machinery instead?
There's
Sure.
just goddamn metal shavings in it.
Cool.
No, yuck.
Oh,
Taste
baby.
the metallic.
Tastes like iron, baby.
My
Tastes like
favorite.
blood.
Just
Bronzy. Bronzy speaks up and he looks at you, Talus, and he says, Commando, right? Commando program? All the
Yes,
augments?
sir.
I was the one who came before you. The Hellet program. Used a bunch of fucking organs to make me into the big, beautiful bastard you see in front of you. And he cracks his neck and he
guy.
says, "We weren't nearly as successful as you. Turns out that shoving a bunch of organs inside of a human to make him as big and beautiful as you see before you tends to kill him. Damn quick. That's
Right.
why they stopped."
Unfortunate.
So how'd you survive?
By being too angry to die?
Yeah.
That, and I still had a few more Republican skulls I had to smash before I could go.
What the? This guy's weird, man.
Some of us did survive. But life ain't exactly easy when you're 7 feet tall and built as well as we are. Hard to get clothes that fit me.
I nod. I give an agreeing nod of, yep. I feel that. Facts. He's spitting facts.
Hard to get clothes that fit me nowadays. That, and he takes his fist and he pounds against his chest, and to your surprise, it sounds like metal. Says that, and whoever bright idea it was to replace my rib cavity with a piece of tungsten plate, well, I'd like to get my hands on them. Makes it pretty damn hard to breathe, not gonna lie.
Right. I got nothing to say to that.
I'm just in awe right now.
At the size of this lad.
He looks at you over and he says, so where were you? Ir Hafar? Talarn? Maybe. And he's looking you over and he says, maybe the Draconis sector?
Well, sir, I grew up on Irhelfar.
Well, I'm
And I
sorry to
battled
hear
in
that.
Talarn.
Ir Hafar and Talarn, huh? Well, you're just a walking travesty, aren't you?
That's
Yeah,
pretty goddamn
Iron
rude,
Pass
man.
says it all.
That's crazy.
Mm.
You can't just be saying that to people. That's nuts.
There when the bombs went off.
God damn. Well, we got a walking war hero here, gentlemen. And he looks at Jacinto and Raphael. Any man who can survive Talarn, Iron Pass, and the Death of Hope, well, that's a tough bastard indeed. Tougher than me, I'll admit.
Yeah, just a few weeks ago I saw him get blasted with an arc rifle and he just kind of took it like a champ. It was pretty crazy, if I do say so myself. We get
Damn.
into trouble sometimes, so.
Trouble seems to follow me no matter where I go. Well, I served in the Scorpius sector myself. Cruiser Spirit of Defiance. Was a bosun's mate, which means I kept everything in line. Then I was a Marine. Ran interdictions against Soul Republic ships. Fun fact, and he points at you, Talus, and he says, when the Republicans pulled out of Talarn, well, we got a little bit of revenge, hit one of their ships. Part of a boarding crew, cracked more than a few skulls with, and he points at the pipe at his hip, with this butte right here. Scorpius wasn't pretty either. You wouldn't have recognized me back then, though. It was before the Hellet program. I was a skinny runt. But he holds up his grog and he says, "This one's for you, though, Talus." And he orders another grog and he passes it over to you.
You bastard!
I'll drink to that and I hold mine up too.
I try and down it as fast as I can.
It absolutely burns on the way down.
I bet. I can only imagine.
In the midst of you all drinking and him telling his story, however, the door behind you, or excuse me, not the door behind you, but the door to the bar opens. And Bronzy looks over and he says, "Ah, fug." And in walk 5 large men. Not quite as large as Bronzy. They're easily 6 feet tall, though, and they are very broad and very well muscled. They look like this.
Wow.
If I can find it. Not in this one. They look like this.
Oh, hello.
Let me look at this.
It's like some Borderlands shit.
Okay, hold on. I'm late to the party. Let me look at this. What the hell? No!
I'm saying the Bronzy. I'm saying who the hell are these goons?
He
Oh,
looks
those goons,
back.
excuse me.
Oh, by the way, I should point out, each one of them, they carry an axe.
Right.
They walk inside.
You
And
should point that out. It's true. That's crazy.
He points, or he looks back at you, and he kind of leans over and he says, "That would be the Geno 5-2, the less than savory types I was telling you all about."
Right.
They walk over to the bar directly, and you notice that two of them go behind the bar, and one of them is fiddling with the door that leads to the back room of the bar. And the one speaks up, and he says, "Hey, what's about getting some drinks from me and my pals here?" And he's tapping his axe on the bar. And the bartender, he looks very cowed, and he's kind of backing up a little bit, and you see he's starting to type in grog for each one of the guys. And Bronzy leans over and he says, "They started showing up a few months back. Don't know who the hell organized them, but they've been a plague around here. Brutalizing and extorting the shops. Getting free drinks here," and he motions over to the bar. And he looks over at you, Raphael, and Jacinto, and he says, "Hey, you two cops."
One side of my mouth smirks, and I kind of look at Raph. I was like, yeah. Thinking, yeah, you think we?
Yeah, maybe.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Cops around here suck. They are completely at the mercy of the 5-2. But I was wondering what would be the legality of, say, us maybe
Cracking skulls?
cracking some skulls like the good old days.
You said these are some pretty bad bozos, right?
They ain't innocent, I'll tell you that much. Not pillars of the community type.
Right.
What you thinking, Raph?
Take my knife out.
By the way,
kind of like.
Zach, I forgot to mention that knife that he gave you. It's dexterity, so that would be your plus to hit, and it's 1d8 for damage.
Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
I like twist my neck left and right, and I just kind of crack it a little bit, and like throw my shoulders out a little bit, reel them back, start stretching a little bit.
I'll put my mask on. Did I get to keep that?
What's the weapon called that he gave me?
Starship knife.
Jesus.
Jesus is right. What the hell?
Is it 1d6 you said?
1d8.
D8? No. Oh, did not mean to roll that. How do I change the roll?
I think you just
drag the dice in.
Yeah, you just pick up the d8 and put it in the damage slot.
Oh, okay, that's how
Yep.
this works.
Yep.
Okay, d8's the third one, I think, right?
It goes D4, D6, D8 from right to left.
Yep.
D4, D6, D8. So okay, the third one is a D8.
Okay. Now,
Right? Why is it not doing this?
while you are figuring that out, I have maps. So.
Oh! I'll get back to my laptop then. I've just been walking around. Okay, there we go.
Good, my Apex match just finished. I won.
Nice.
That's stupid. That's one of the dumbest matches I've ever played.
D8 plus 0 because it's dex. Okay.
My Randall was really good and we rezzed each other, like respawned each other. Did I finish my respawn challenge? Go baby.
Pew, 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 pew.
Can you all see the map? Probably not yet.
How do I open up the map again? Is it top? Is it the swords? Combat? No,
Hold
maps.
on, maps.
Hold on.
Let me open this up.
Probably not yet.
No,
Hold on.
not yet.
1 sec. Okay.
Yeah, I only see Asteroid Field, Winter's Grasp, and Technomancer Patrol.
Got it. Give me 1 sec. I think I need to. Yep. Okay. I think I added it to the combat tracker now. I need to delete the Red Wake and Winter's Grasp. Commerce Raider. Make them identified. Oh, fuck. There we go. They're all identified. Get rid of. And then pull Palace in and pull Raphael in. Alright, if you open up the combat tracker, I think you can see it now. Can
The
you
combat tracker, yes.
You can see
Red
the
Wake.
Fucking bronzy.
Oh,
Hold on.
I still see Red Wake Pirates, though. Or is that...
oh, yep, I'll get rid of them.
Yeah. I can't believe this.
There we go.
Unidentified creature, huh?
Maps. There we go. Nope, not on my map yet.
Not on your map yet. Okay, now I need to... How do I make this visible? I figured this out last time. Nope. Oh, God.
What is the
We
component of
definitely
this
need
thing?
Calidor on our ship.
He
Nope.
seems like a big guy.
He's too angry to die. He's basically guts. Speaking of
Angry
that, when
guy.
are we watching that again?
And
Oh my
fucking
Jesus.
bronzy.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck, how
We
do I
need to
do
watch
this?
Berserk again soon.
Oh!
I know there's a way I can
I just
do
sneezed.
the bar. I forgot how to do that.
Oh, able member body of
Why
the
is
bar.
The bar.
The
Found
bar.
it. Okay.
Nope, here we go.
Oh Jesus! Let's open it up.
Alright. Now, how do I set... I think they're all invisible for you right now. And I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Okay, here we go.
Why is it in the foreground at the... How do I set this?
There we go.
Go back to laying down loose. Alright, the map's slowly loading for me.
Okay, I think if you do... There we go. It's in the bottom right corner for the,
Oh yeah, okay. I thought it was still loading still.
Oh, I see it. Yep. Let
um,
me.
for some reason...
Oh goddamn it! It's so
It's-
huge on my screen. Oh my goodness.
It's showing where Bronzy's at, but it's not showing...
I lost
I
the
wonder
map.
how to... Oh, that's how. Okay.
How do I goddamn scroll down?
Where's my
I
encounter?
lost the map. How do I zoom out?
Scroll wheel.
I'm trying. I can't.
There he is.
I lost the bottom part of the map.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me close the map. I'm gonna open up again.
There's a arrow. There's 4 arrows in the bottom right corner, and that's how you can use to scroll around.
No.
So I just drag. Okay. Okay. There we go.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay. So do you see if there's the 3 other chairs around Bronzy? Do you see where Bronzy's
Yeah.
at? Put yourselves where you want to put yourselves.
I said I was a... Okay, fuck, how do I...
How do you do
How do I make this into the
Drag
background?
yourself from the combat.
Yeah, drag
tracker,
yourself
I
from the
think.
combat tracker onto the map.
It won't let me drag
Oh,
myself.
drag yourself from like the top left, I think, if you can
Or-
do that.
Yeah, you can do the top left as well.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
I guess I'm right here. Oh, did that work? Did
No.
I go on there?
Which one did you choose?
All
I
right.
picked the one underneath him. I'm
Here,
trying
I
to
can
get
move.
myself on there.
I can put you guys on there, and I can move
Yeah.
you. There we go. And then we'll just throw Raph right. What the fuck? No, not your name. There. You guys can see that, right?
Yeah.
I can move them too.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Can you see the 3 gainers or the 5 gainers?
No.
Nope.
You
No.
cannot. Okay, I'll put them.
They're hidden.
Okay. This is.
Uh,
Can I
oh wait,
like
there we go.
make this the
Hey, hey.
tiny
Alright, I
map?
see 1. I see 2. I see 3.
3. Oh,
Oops,
2.
made it
Oh.
go away.
There you go.
How do I make? You know how to make this tiny
There
map?
we go. Oh wait, fuck.
I don't know.
Why is
There's
the one
5
still
of
not?
these dudes?
Let me see. Can I drag
Yeah.
the?
Why is the one still?
I'm trying to
not
drag the
carried?
window, but it's not. Let me drag.
I
Oh
do
wait,
not see
I got
a
it.
5th guy.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
only see 4.
I can only drag the window from one side, so it
Yeah,
messes with
that's
the part of the
weird.
map I can use.
That's all right. I fixed it.
There we go. There's the 5th guy.
That's weird.
See all 5 now, right?
Yes, sir.
All.
And I can only drag from the bot. What the hell? That's stupid. Okay. Anyway.
So we'll just. I know it says they're numbered 3, 5, 4, 1, and 2. And well, that guy doesn't even have one. So we'll just go right to left. We'll just make that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go right to left. 3, 5, 4, 1, and then the guy at the very bottom is 2. So 1 and 2 are at the bottom, and then 3, 5, and 4.
Oh, I can see him if I scroll over him.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Yep. 3 is
Oh,
at
yeah,
I
the.
don't need my combat tracker out though.
3 is the most right one on the the bar. Okay.
Mhm.
Makes sense. Makes
I'm gonna
sense.
keep their
Alrighty.
character sheets pulled up. I only have to keep one pulled up for them, thankfully. So, okay. I'm gonna say that Calidor, fucking Bronzy, is gonna go first.
All right.
He cracks his knuckles and he says, "All right, let's go then." And you hear a loud squeal of metal as he stands up, grabs his chair, and he chucks it at Gainer 3 at the furthest right. So we're gonna say that this is an improvised weapon, so that's gonna be a 1d4, but it's gonna be. You guys get advantage for this, by the way, your first round, because
Alright.
you're surprising
Oh,
them.
sick.
We're just jumping these gangsters.
Yeah.
Oh boy! I just realized something.
Are you guys sneak attack with like
I'm gonna
triple
have sneak
damage?
attack from goddamn for all of this fight.
And we'll say this
the
is
area's too
strength.
small.
So
Carlos chaining assassinations like it's goddamn Assassin's Creed.
This is because you guys are in their range.
oh fuck, I need to set it so that it's.
I couldn't do this last time because we were in
Ah.
spaceship. That said, I don't have a gun, so I can't use most of my gambits, so that doesn't help.
I'll say it's
It's alright.
Bronzy's turn.
Good old fashioned.
I'm just setting it so it's Bronzy's turn. There we go. Okay, and he is going to do that. Targeting.
I wonder
Is
if
that
I
Gainer
could...
3? Gainer 3, yeah.
Am I gonna be able to use my improvised grenade?
No,
Like
Zach,
that,
no,
do
we're
not
not,
use
we're
your
not killing
do not
them.
use your use your goddamn. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll do what?
Don't do your electric jolt.
Why?
You know why?
Electric jolt. Do I want to know?
He has an electricity like 5 feet radius attack,
Right.
and it.
Um,
You have cybernetics. Bronzy is a metal man.
14. Oh, that's a miss. It hits the Gainer in the back, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Bronzy goes,
Big.
Bronzy goes, "Fug!" And he looks over at you, Talus, and he says, "Show me what them augments can do."
I'm trying to drag I'm dragging my combat tracker over the map so it's above. No, god damn it!
I don't even have my combat tracker out. I don't.
Let me look at
There's
that
not really
real
need
quick.
for it.
I got it. I found it. I pulled it up above my map. As long as I don't click that map again, we're good.
Alright, well, following in fucking Bronzy's footsteps and throwing a chair, I'm gonna pick up my chair and throw it at number 3 as well.
This guy's just getting hit with chairs.
What the fuck? You stop throwing chairs at me.
Just a D20, right?
Yeah,
advantage.
we'll say, yeah, it's at advantage plus your strength, so.
Unidentified creature. What the heck?
So it's +0. Okay, so just 20.
At advantage.
Okay.
That's a hit. That's
yeah.
1d4 improvised weapon damage.
How do you use just a D4?
It's
It's
the
the pyramid-looking motherfucker.
pyramid
Yeah.
one looking on the right. I think you can roll it
It's the
against.
farthest right.
I think if you pick it up and roll it, no. Just roll it, and I'll update the thing. I don't want to bother with
Oh,
it.
I got a 4.
Oh my god. So you chuck the fucking chair
Oh, wait, I
across
do need
the
a
room.
combat tracker because I will be targeting people. Good point.
You chuck it across the room, and this guy gets hit in the back, and he turns around, what the fuck? And then he gets hit in the face with the chair, and you notice you put a fucking pressure cut in his forehead from you hitting him in the face with a chair.
I look at the guy through the chair and say, "Hey, bring it, mate."
You motherfucker, he says, and he comes at you with his axe. Okay. +4.
I also want to see the combat rules, though. I wish I could. That's weird. Big map.
He comes at you with the axe, and it's not. Okay, hold on.
I'll just drag my map off a little bit. How about that? There we go.
Oh wait, I remember how to do this. Okay.
Where to put my character sheet? Okay.
Oh.
Oh my
He
god.
20's it. It's not supposed to be a +8. It's supposed to be a +4.
Does
Okay.
Does the axe count as slashing?
Yes.
All right, it's half.
So.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
thank God.
That's
Any
4.
slashing is half against me.
Okay, so it's 4 plus. Then it's 4 damage automatically plus 1d6 plus 1. Nine or 10 damage.
oh.
So
Good.
it's down to 17.
Is that in half,
Fucking
or-
pretty good. I think that's in half.
Oh,
right?
that is half. So 3.
So-
So
Oh,
7 damage. 7 total damage to
7 damage. Okay, let me redo
Yeah.
that then.
Yep.
I'm at 20 HP instead of 27.
Not
No,
terrible.
just type set. Put 20 in, or put 7 in the wound. It
Yeah.
thinks you only have 7 HP left.
Oh, I see how it
Yep.
works. Okay,
Yeah.
so
There-
put
there you go.
7.
He slashes you with his axe and he says, "Let's get these fucks." And number 5 here, who was right next to him, is going to rush at you. Who's in front of him? It's going to rush at you, Raphael.
Okay.
With his axe out. And just do this again. He's gonna rush at you with his axe out, and he gets a plus. Oh no, it already does that. Oh, there we go. But he's gonna miss with that.
Huge.
He swings his axe, and you sidestep, and it stabs into the table next to him.
Okay.
Seeing his buddies in trouble, number 4 is also gonna attack you, Raphael. But he also misses with his
Just
axe.
sidestepping everything.
You see an opening against them, Raphael.
Okay. I'm gonna goddamn. Hold on. I haven't spoken in a little while. Okay. I'm gonna put my mask on. And I'm gonna click it on. It's gonna come over my face. I'm gonna say, "Henshin and go, baby."
Hate it here.
I'm gonna take my my knife out, and
Gainer-
I'm gonna attack
Oh.
the one who's got
Yeah.
stuck in the table. Which one is that one?
Hold on, I'm gonna move them. So Gainer 3 is attacking Talus. Gainer 5 is the one who got his axe stuck in the table. Gainer 4 is the one you just sidestepped right now.
Okay. What is my to hit dice? Where is that guy? Okay. Advantage. Roll to hit.
17. That's a hit.
Yee! Okay. Jesus, my knife does a lot of damage, doesn't it? Okay. 4? Oh, and then I have to roll my sneak attack. Hold on. After I do that. So, which number is this? 4?
Yes. No, wait. That'd be 5.
Oh, no,
5. Yeah, you're attacking 5.
Okay. And
Nice.
then my sneak attack damage. Because you guys are in its range. Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, you set that. You put that on 4. It's supposed to be on. I'll set it.
Yeah.
So back down to that for him.
I can attack 5. Okay.
16. All right.
And then
yeah, go ahead.
I think I have cunning action. Let me see what I can do.
Mm.
I can't do a whole lot because we're in a not great place.
Mm-mm.
I
Not a
can
great
use
place.
dash, hide, or disengage. Well, I can't do any of that. Okay. Well, I'm done then. I think.
You sidestep the side from Gainer 4's axe, and then in one quick movement, you pull out your digital knife, and you like slash up the arm and slash across the face of the guy who got his axe stuck in the table, and he just starts howling in pain.
Let's go, baby.
Who's next? 3, 4, and 5 have gone for the Gainers. 1 and 2, who are still at the back, have not gone.
I'm gonna do the rock point at 1. Ganger 1.
Gainer 1 turns around and he sees what's going on, and he cracks a smile and he says, "Let's rough them up, boys." And he pushes forward here. He's going to go to here, and he's going to attack you, Raphael. But since he's moving into your range, you could make a reaction, opportunity attack against him if you wish.
I'll do that.
Sure.
Where is my... I literally just closed my weapons tab. Okay.
Look at this fucking close quarters fight in a bar.
What's this guy?
Literally a bar
This is
brawl.
1, right?
This
I
is
said
1, yeah. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this on 1.
That's a hit.
Okay.
Damn.
Not terrible.
He's moving in close, and you're able to get a quick thrust in with your blade, and you stick him in the love handle with it as he's coming forward.
Oh god, not his love handle.
And he's swinging his axe around. He's going for your head with his axe.
Oh lord.
Target.
That thing away.
Raphael. He misses though. You get your blade up and you catch it just in time, and he shouts back, "Little help here!" And Gainer 2 is going to turn around and he's going to push forward. And now, Raphael, you are completely surrounded by these Gainers.
Hold on, let me look at my map again. Oh my goodness! I'm putting that back away.
And the last Gainer, Gainer 2, is going to target you, Raphael. But you are whirling around. You are catching blades, these axe blades left and right. All right. Jacinto, your good buddy. He's in trouble. You can see
All
that.
right. Here's what's gonna happen, right?
Goddamn Edward Kenway over here.
The bar is clearing out as this is happening. People are
Yeah.
panicking.
Okay. So I'm going to. Yeah. I'm gonna jump on the table, right? Climb up on the table, and launch myself at Ganger 4, and try to get him to the ground by landing on top of him.
All right. I'll say you can, based on your size and based on the fact that this is an advantage.
Hell, man.
What is this? Like a grapple roll?
Yeah, sure.
You can.
That works.
You can make this an advantage and add +2 to the roll.
Swag. Okay.
I did not get my science tools.
Would
yet,
that just be
unfortunately.
my? Yeah. Let's do...
It's a strength roll off.
Okay. So then I will do
3 missiles each.
How do I-
1d1d4 plus.
How do I? Oh, here we go. 2 dice, and then I'll just add +2 to my strength.
Mhm.
So it'd be a 10 plus 3, which is my strength. So 13 plus the 2,
15.
4. So 15. Yeah.
15. Okay. He'll make a saving throw. He fails.
14.
So
Barely, my goodness.
you launch yourself across and you grab him and you pin him to the ground. We'll do one. This was gainer 4.
Yeah, gainer 4.
We'll say just based off of your pure like bulk, this is 1d4 damage against him. I'll roll it quick. All right, so you're
Yeah.
doing 1 damage as you're pinning him to the ground.
All right. Can I move on top of him? Is that-
Yeah,
can I-
you know what?
Oh!
We'll do that.
Where'd he go?
He's underneath you.
All right.
which is fair.
Does he count as prone?
Yeah, he does count as prone.
Hold him there.
You're the stab, aren't
Actually,
you?
hold on. I'm
What?
gonna do that, and then fuck it. We're gonna
No,
do.
you're gonna action surge, aren't
We're
you?
gonna action surge.
No.
Yeah. Where? Oh, it's an
Fucking
action.
crush his
duh.
skull.
How many times can I do this? I'm gonna do this twice. No, I can.
How many
Yes,
action
I can use
surges
it
you got?
twice. Wait, no. Hmm. Whatever. I'm using it once. Whatever. I'm gonna fucking bonk him with my fucking knuckles, my brass knuckle, my energy knuckles. It says I can take an additional action. So how does that work with dual wielding? Is my second punch a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just punch him once.
Okay.
Okay. And this is on which one was it? 3?
Gainer 4.
4. Okay.
Yep.
Drag that over him. Oh,
Ooh,
Ooh, it's a miss.
not good.
I don't know how I'm missing. I'm on top of him.
You
I
put
just
him to.
bonked
Oh
him in
wait,
the head.
no, he's prone. That's at advantage. You can make
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
Yeah, because he's prone.
Don't miss this time, though. That'd be kind
Gainer
of messed
4?
up.
Okay. Hey!
15.
So you pin him to the ground and you feint a punch and he like moves his head to the one side and then you actually punch him in the face.
This poor man.
5.
Nice. So
D4, Jesus.
you fake a punch, he moves to the side, you grab him in the collar and you like lift him up and you punch his face and he like fucking you crack his head against the ground. It is now technically top of the turn, so you decide.
I'm gonna say, Bronzy, get in here.
Bronzy, he makes himself up to his full height, and he says, "All right, I'll show you what a helmet can do." And he takes his hand and he runs it across the tattoo on the side of his head, and his tattoo glows for a brief
Huh?
second, and then his entire face.
Huh?
You see what looks like reflective black glass come down his face, and it covers his whole head. And now all you can see are his eyes, and his entire face is basically blacked out.
Bro, we got Colossus on our team.
Hell yeah.
So this adds 1d8 to any of his rolls, but it makes him take 1d8 damage. So he pulls out his pipe, and he's going to move here, and he's going to swing at Gainer 1 with his pipe. Okay. Let's do. See. Yeah. Where's
Oh, I forgot to use my new thing I got this turn. Or my level up.
Oh, he hits.
Oh,
he hits
Jesus.
Gainer 1 with the pipe.
Jesus. Jesus.
Heavy damage.
Does
His strength modifier is so large.
So he bashes Gainer 1 across the face, and you see teeth and come flying out, and he's bleeding heavily from a broken nose. And he's gonna twirl the pipe around, and he's gonna action surge, and he's gonna do it again.
I love it.
Oh fuck! I forgot. He's supposed to add 1d8 to his damage roll for that. All right, so we'll just attack him again. He's missing, but here is the 1d8.
Oh, I can't read. Oh, I'm stupid.
Here's the
It says
1d8.
I can take a bonus action with action surge.
Oh.
That's what I read.
Alright. So he does 4 more damage to him, and he's doing that 4 damage is going back to himself. Okay, so he swings. He fucking hits him across the face. You see teeth come flying out, and his enhanced strength. He's broken this guy's nose. You see a little drop of blood appear on the blacked out part of his face, coming from his ear as he's doing this. And he shouts over to you, Raphael, and he says, "You got some good moves. Keep it up."
I had an idea.
Go on.
When I was trying to figure out where my missiles would come out of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I'm thinking the mask.
That's beautiful. You can just have, like,
God.
pop out like little mini missiles shoot out your mask.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my secret missile gambit,
Seeker missile.
and you're gonna see my Oni mask. The horns are gonna go dark, and where the horns were, 2 tiny missile silos open up,
Yeah.
and
Oh
3
my
missiles
gosh.
come out.
Yes.
Yes.
So I guess I'll roll this once, and hit Ganger 2, 3, and 4 all at once. So it's 1d4 plus 1 concussion damage.
4 will be at advantage because he's still prone.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I mean these hit automatically, I think, because they're magic missiles technically.
Oh yeah, shit, you're right.
And then
Okay.
okay, yep, that's it. Where's the d4?
Fucking
Let's try and
magic
roll lucky die.
missiles.
2, and that's 3. 3 to
So-
each.
3 to 2, 3, and 4.
Yep.
3.
That's 1 spell slot gone.
Up to 7.
Okay.
And he's up to 9. Okay.
Okay.
So
And then
your mask, your little missiles pop out and they go phew, 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 and they like fly all around, and they're like mini explosions are appearing on 2, 3, and 4, and it's like it's causing like flash burns on their skin as they're getting hit by this.
Okay, and then I'm gonna I'm right next to Talus. I'm gonna goddamn I'm gonna punch Talus on the shoulder, dude.
Sorry.
Dude, that hurt, man. I'm gonna get a little serious after he hit me there and whip out the Starship Blade. And I'm gonna attack Ganger 5.
Okay.
I'm afraid for that Starship Blade. It's so scary. Oh man. Oh.
Oof.
It's
You-
not a 1.
You go in to stab him, and he knocks aside your blow as you go in to stab him. Your turn to choose. It's Jacinto or any of the gainers.
It's rough having one goddamn spell slot, I tell you what.
Tell the Ganger
Or 2
again
spell slots.
that I attacked. Bring it on.
Alright, he's going to attack back at you. Fucking Talus.
I can miss.
Oh! But he goes in to swing his axe, and
8 and 1.
you hook him underneath the arm, Talus, and you are able to stab him as he's doing this. So do a damage roll against him.
Nice.
Good. I think it's the D8.
Yeah, it's a D8. You nick him across his neck when he goes in to stab you.
Boo.
Unfortunate.
He pulls back, and he pulls back, and Gainer 3 sees an opening and is going to attack you, Talus.
Cool.
One for Talus.
But you see it coming, and with a quick commando move, you catch his arm and you throw him back as he goes to attack
Goddamn.
you. Gainer 1, who has just gotten the absolute shit beat out of him, is going to strike back at Bronzy with his axe.
Oh, Bronzy just goddamn bites it like One Punch Man.
Shattered.
He swings his axe, and it strikes Bronzy in the chest, and you just hear ping as his hand fucking vibrates backwards as it hits the plate in Bronzy's chest, and Bronzy just cracks a smile at him. Gainer 2 says, "What the fuck?" And he's going over, and he's gonna try to grab you, Jacinto, and pull you off of Gainer
Strength
4.
roll off, or is it just?
Yeah, it'll be a strength
Okay.
roll off. I'll do his first. It'll be a strength. It'll be a strength check versus your strength save.
Okay.
17.
Oh.
He's grabbing. He's trying to pull you.
Oh!
But he's trying to pull you, and you just give him the hand, and you force him off of you, and now you're going back, and you look down, and you're like, time for
work.
some more.
Alright, we're gonna do a little punch in action on 4.
Oh god, is it top of the order already?
That's
Oh,
at advantage again
I
because he's
missed.
still prone.
Oh, good point. Fuck.
Ugh. You're going to punch, and you punch the floor next to his face. He moves just in time.
Well, I can't really do. Okay, so my part of my archetype that I got to choose with the level up we got last, I get to do a intimidation check to try to scare enemies on my bonus action. But I feel like it would be kind of useless if I didn't do some damage before it, so I'm gonna just do my bonus action to attack again.
Okay. Again, it'll be at advantage because he's on the ground.
Fuck.
F.
What the hell?
Bro.
You are just punching the floor in anger all around him, and he's dodging his head like, no. Alright, he's going to try to push you off of him. This is going to be a strength check versus your save at disadvantage for him, because he's still prone. So,
Okay.
disadvantage, 10.
Oh. Okay. Oops.
Oh, he's trying to get up, and you're like, no, and you're pushing him back down. You hear a flustered voice in the midst of all this combat, and you hear a woman go, "God damn it." And you see from the other end of the room, or over by where you guys were all at, a woman. She vaults over the from where she's sitting, and she lands right next to Talus. One sec. I need to put her. Oh wait, it's right there. She lands right next to Talus. Right here.
Okay.
And she pulls out a long staff that she had behind her, and she clicks a button on it, and it starts arcing with electricity on one end of the staff. And she twirls the staff around, and she's going to attack Gainer 3 with it.
Yeah, friendly. Oh shit.
And
Hell of an introduction.
she hits Gainer 3 across the face with her staff, and this deals... Oh my goodness.
God.
She hits him across the face, and she breaks some of the bones in his face, and then the electricity in her staff arcs up and starts shocking him for a further... because it won't let me do electricity damage, so give me a sec. Okay. It's 1d4, gotta remember that. For a further... Oh!
Jeez.
The electricity in the staff
Oh, he's dead.
electrocutes him, and he falls to the ground unconscious, and he's just jittering with electricity running
Oh,
through him.
Jesus, what an introduction.
This woman, from your quick glance, you can see that she's very lanky. She's not that tall. She's only 5'9". She has tanned skin, and her brown hair is in a long braid that reaches in the middle of her back. But most, or the thing you see first, is that her legs are bladed prosthetic legs.
Bro! Let's go!
Just like Kingsman.
And she looks over at you, Jacinto, and she says, "Will you please hit the damn guy?"
I'm a little flustered. I go, is that her passing it off back to me or something?
Yes,
or what?
that is her passing it off
swag.
to you.
Okay. I said, all right, and I'm gonna. Would it be a bonus action to pick someone up and drag them across the bar, or would that be a full action?
You know what? Let's have fun. We'll make it a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna punch him once, and then that's gonna be my next move after that. So.
All right. Add
Let's,
advantage.
Add advantage, yes. Fuck, dude.
Add advantage.
There we
yeah,
go.
you're punching him.
Alright, and then after I connect that solid blow, I'm gonna pick him up by his collar, and he's a little staggered, and I'm gonna slam his body on the bar and drag it across, and his face is gonna hit all the drinks and shit.
We'll say this is a strength check to see exactly how much damage this is going to be against him.
Okay.
Oh my god! We'll just make this a full damage roll against him then.
Okay, so D4 plus 3?
Mm-hmm.
Like my energy knuckle? Okay.
Yep.
Oh well.
You pick him up, you slam him down, and you throw him across, and I'm gonna have to fucking model this because he's getting thrown. Oh, there he is. Nope, that's Raphael. Whoops. He's there, and then Raphael is here, and then whoop, he goes over to here, and he slams into the wall, and he's gonna plop down, and he's just got glass in his face, and there's alcohol in his face, and he just goes, and he bows out. He's done. He can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
We'll just delete
Or
him.
Ganger 4.
There we go.
I know, right? He had a giant bull on top of him and just gets thrown across. Not only did he just he had a bull jump on him from a table.
He's out. He's done. It's your turn to popcorn it.
Oh. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna like, as I stand up, I'm gonna like, kind of throw my hands in the air and be like, who wants some? Come on. And I guess that'll be Ganger. Who's the one to the left of me? Ganger.
2.
Yeah, let's just do Ganger 2.
Gainer 2 just saw what you did, and not gonna lie, he's a little scared, so he's gonna attack you like, I gotta get this guy out of here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, wait, I think it'll just do. But you see it coming, and you just bat away the axe like, nah-uh. Gainer 5 also sees that happen, and he's like, holy shit, I gotta get rid of this bull. And he's going to attack you, and he's gonna hit you with his axe. Dealing 3 damage to you.
Could be worse.
He nicks you, like, near your ribs with his axe. Inspired by your show of strength, Bronzy goes, yeah! And he pounds his chest, and he's going to try to pick up the Gainer in front of him and throw him.
Yeah.
We'll make it it's gotta be a strength check. So, Bronzy is huge. Where is he? There, Calidor, fucking bronzy. Strength check. Okay. Wait. Oh, I did a saving throw. That's supposed to be a +5. So that's 17 against the Gainer, whose fucking combat sheet I just lost. Oh well. Enemies. There we go. Oh, he's picking him up, and
Nice.
he's gonna throw him as hard as he can. So he picks him up, he throws him, we'll say 10 feet, and he's gonna pass through Gainer too, so they're gonna deal damage to both of them. So he's throwing him against Gainer too. And we'll do 1d8 damage for that. 1d8 against Gainer 1. Oh, he's unconscious.
Nice.
And 1d8
Nice.
against Gainer 2. Oh my Jesus. So he throws Gainer 1 against Gainer 2, and like Gainer 2 is like trying to catch him, and he's getting like bruised in the process, and then Gainer 1 hits his head off of the fucking bar and knocks himself
Ooh.
unconscious, and he just kind of lets him fall to the ground.
Jesus.
And he looks over at you, Raphael, and he says, "Finish the job!"
Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of pressure, man. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take my knife out, and I'm gonna go for Gengar 2.
Okay.
Roll dice on you. Oh, that didn't roll right. Hold on. That rolled incorrectly. Where's my dice? There it is. Gengar 2.
It's a miss.
Oof.
You go to slash, and Gainer 2 sees it coming. He just kind of ducks away just a little bit in time.
Has Gengar 2 not gone yet?
He is the only one who hasn't gone yet, yeah. No, he did go. He attacked,
Gainer 5 hasn't gone.
Gainer 5 hasn't
Okay.
gone. No, Gainer 5 went. He's the
Gainer
one
5
that...
attacked me.
Oh,
Right?
whose turn is it?
No, he attacked, Jacinto. He nicked Jacinto.
Oh.
Both
The only one who hasn't gone is Talus.
Okay, I'm gonna punch him in the shoulder again.
Dude!
Repeatedly punch you in the shoulder so you get the idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack Gainer 5.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh, sorry.
Use a gambit. I dare you.
No. I don't have any gambits that I can use. The only one I could
It's a
use
miss.
is improvised grenade.
And we don't want
use
that.
improvised grenade.
Be hilarious.
Do a flashbang.
That's a miss. It's your
Flashbang
turn to
the whole
popcorn.
bar.
It is the top of the order.
I'm gonna give it to the staff lady.
You slash at Gainer 5 and you miss, and you back up and you say, "Can you do something about that?" And she looks a little flustered. She looks like a little bored, and she goes, "Oh, fine." And she holds out her hand, and a mini
What?
revolver pops out from
Oh
her
shit!
hand.
What?
And she cocks the handle back, and she fires at Gainer 5.
She's cheating.
I thought we were just beating these dudes up. I didn't know we were killing them. I thought we were doing some Batman shit, just putting them in the hospital for a while.
Oh, and she
Bro!
is.
No, stop.
Now talk.
She shoots Gainer 5 in the knee, and he goes down, and he's going ah as he's on the ground, and he is out of the combat. And Gainer 2 looks around, and he holds up his hands, and he drops his axe, and he goes, I'm done. Fuck this. And combat is now over.
Are they like fucking limping out of the bar right now?
they're all on the ground. Gainer 2, he's holding his hands up. He's down in the I give up position, like I surrender. And you hear from around the room as they're just like laying on their backs, writhing around. And The mysterious woman, she she flicks her hand a little bit, and the revolver attached to her wrist reattaches itself back to her wrist. And she flourishes her hand around, and she looks at you, Jacinto, and she looks at you, Raphael, and she says, "All right, I'm going to need your precinct."
We're new transfers from fuck, what the name? Do we have a name for our planet before? We're from a different system.
After being slammed through a table, thrown, and then punched. Oh, you were transferred from a new system.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, does that give you the right to muck up my investigation?
Investigation.
What?
We got some new blue bloods here. Fine. I suppose introductions are in order. She gives a namaste and she says, "I am Atra Namajira.
Hello.
I am from Seoul. I am a Seoul Republic officer who was dispatched here to investigate a local band of miscreants." And she looks around and she says, "And I was doing a damn good job of it until you all showed up and bulldozed your way through here." By the way, she
Yeah.
looks like this.
Okay, hold on. Let me look at this.
Where is she? There she is. Just replace her legs with the bladed prosthetic ones.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Oh no, she's hot.
Oh no, she's hot.
She has a long electro staff and she has the mini revolver. And she's very beautiful.
He's cheating. Yeah, what?
I mean, we were just here to put some troublemakers, in their place.
First of all, I can't pronounce your name.
Atra Namajira? You cannot pronounce that? Who let you into the force?
Atra. Nah, I'm counting the syllables in my fingers.
Whatever. My point being that this band that you just so haphazardly threw about the bar, well, they were going to give me some information as to the whereabouts of their leader so that I could bring the whole damn gang down.
Right.
Well, I mean, there's still this guy here, and I'm pointing at a dude on his knees. That's still conscious.
He...
No talk.
Yes, but 5 people giving me information is always much more reliable than 1. Speaking of which, and she walks over to the guy and he goes, "I invoke my right," and she slaps him across the face. She says, "You invoke nothing." And she slaps him across the face, and then she grabs his hair and she goes, "All right, let's make this quick. You know what I want." "Please, ma'am, I don't know any." And then she slaps him across the face again, and she says, "No, no, 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 no. We're not doing this. I am not going to get my hands dirty in this damn grungy bar, beating the shit out of your companions just for you to get all tight-lipped with me." And
Can I
she...
go get my gun while this is happening?
The
No,
security...
that's when we leave.
I
and
want
she
to put my
says,
chip in and get my gun.
and he goes, all right. Uxor Pato, he's at the other end of town. Big old warehouse, he can't... Thank you. And she slaps him across the face and throws him to the ground once more. She turns to you all and she says, "Now then, since you all have mucked up my investigation, since you all have mucked up my investigation so thoroughly, I'm going to demand that you all assist me in taking down the leader of this gang." or else I will be having a word with your supervisors. And she looks at the both of you.
I'll shrug. I'm shrugging.
Bronzy? Talus?
Bron-
I just want my damn gun back.
Bronzy rubs the tattoo on the side of his head, and his face goes back to normal. And you notice he has a little drop of blood coming out of his nose, and he wipes it away, and he says, "Well, if it'll keep him from fucking with all the other shops around here, I suppose I'm in."
Okay.
Suppose it's unanimous.
Mm-hmm.
We're in.
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna do about these? And he's just motioning to all of the gainers around the room.
Let's confiscate their weapons.
Atra steps on the neck of the one on the ground, and she flips him over. And she leans in real close to him, and she says, "Take your friends to the hospital, and then turn yourselves in. Do you hear me?" And he says, yep, loud and clear. She goes, "Good." And then she gives him a little tap on the cheek, and she says, "They'll be fine. And if they don't listen to me, well, I've got a couple friends in the area that can be here in just a couple hours to take care of them."
Goddamn. Works for me.
Perfect. And she twirls her staff around, and she tucks it underneath her arm, and she begins to walk out the door.
I guess I follow.
Yeah, I'm coming.
And
I want my
as we're
gun.
walking out, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get my chip out
Yeah.
and get my weapons.
Thank you for drinking at the Spacer's Choice. We hope to see you again.
All my goddamn stuff, dude.
You have your weapons back.
Let's go. I can shoot.
She's walking along, and Bronzy's gonna leave an order to you, Jacinto, and says, "She's kind of hot."
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know about you, but I think she could kick my ass too.
I'm pointing. Does she still have her staff underneath her arm?
Yeah.
I'm pointing at that. I'm like, that scares the shit out of me.
Me too. Did you see what it did to that one guy?
Oh my god, yeah. And as we're walking, I'm like being like, "Oh man, when you did that and that happened."
Yeah, and he's nodding back, and he goes, "Oh, when you pinned that guy to the ground, you were beating the shit out of him. Oh, it reminded me of the good old days. Back when I used to beat the shit out of some Republican sailor. Oh, let me tell you." And he goes on into this long-winded story about how he beat the shit out of a Republican sailor with his pipe. Anybody gonna try to talk to Atra?
No.
No.
Alright, you follow her for a few minutes, and eventually you come to a large abandoned warehouse. And Atra, the warehouse is surrounded by, the best way to describe it would be a moat of just toxic sludge. And there is a single rampway that leads up to the doors of this warehouse. And Atra's standing outside, and she's she's standing, and she's got like her hips splayed out. She's got her hand on her hip, and she taps her staff into the ground, and she holds out her hand, and the revolver extends back out, and she takes it in her hand, and she's leaning on her staff, and she turns to you all, and she says, "All right, now then, I'd rather take these assholes alive, but I am deputizing all of you for this and giving you the use of deadly force if you need it."
Okay, thanks. I start loading my shotgun.
she holds out her wrist, and a small little computer pops up on her wrist, and she taps a couple buttons, and then she adjusts her, or she taps her neck a little bit, and all of a sudden her voice gets incredibly loud, and she says, "Alright, now then, Uxor Pato, I know you're in there. One of your men spilled the beans. I'm giving you one chance to come out peacefully, or I'm going to bring the full might of the Soul Republic police force down on top of you. We have you surrounded, and those men that you sent to the bar, yeah, they're all gone now. This is your one and only warning. Come out peacefully." And she taps the buttons on her wrist again, and she says, "We'll give him a minute or two to make the right choice here. Or the wrong one, we'll see."
Can I do a cantrip right now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do custom ammo.
Okay. What are you loading?
Electricity rounds.
Okay.
I
My
will
pistol.
do the same. That's a good idea.
A moment passes,
What's
and
the
then
range of my knife?
the doors open, and out steps 3 men. 2 look similar to the ones you've seen before, except they have an axe in one hand, and they have a mini pistol in their other hand. The third who steps out, however, he looks like this. And he has a large shotgun strapped across
Oh,
his
shit.
chest. He has a large shotgun strapped across his chest. And he looks at all of you. He is wearing that face mask, and you can see across his neck he has Geno 52 tattooed across his neck. And he says, "Now who the fuck are you?" And Atra, she looks up at him and she says, "My name is Atra Namajira. I run tactical for the Soul Republic, special weapons, counter-terrorist, and anti-organized crime. Now then, you are wanted for crimes against various shops around here. For various shops, crimes against various shops and people around here on Chiliad, including extortion, illegal gambling, assault." Ooh, is that a manslaughter charge? I see. Yes, you're going to go away for a very long time, and myself and my companions here are going to be the ones that do it, that put you away. He looks around and he cracks his neck, and behind him, 2 more of his gangers appear, armed with their axes and their guns, and he says, "All right, boys. Looks like we got some." Hold on, I just got a text message. He says, "Looks like we got some unwanted neighbors." And he pumps his shotgun and he says, "Let's clear the rabble off the streets." And Atra smiles. She says, "I was so hoping you would say that." And she's going to turn and fire to start the combat.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, got one more map for you guys.
Combat tracker up. Let's
Whoops.
see, what other gambits can I use now that I actually have my gun?
Here. Close
Oh,
that.
I like that one.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't get my tools. Damn you. I need a survival kit. That's what I need. 25 squares, goddamn.
Okay. Give me one sec. Fuck. I will export this to you all in just a sec here.
Ah, sorry.
Okay, there we go. Calidor Fuggin Bronzy. Is a deed, and he is. Okay. And we do. Yep. All right, you all should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Put yourselves all around Bronzy.
Okay, hold on, let me.
Actually, I
scroll.
can just do that for you guys, and then you guys can
I was like, okay, there we go.
maybe.
Had to
Why
get
is
the
it
right.
not? Oh, I might have to
there
add
we
you
go.
guys to the combat tracker. Again.
Is it a new combat tracker?
Yeah.
I'm on mine.
I do not see the Chiliad gang base.
Oh, you have to
Mine
scroll
loaded up.
down.
Yeah, you gotta scroll.
Oh.
Scroll down like to the right a little bit.
There we go. And you guys in. You guys can see yourselves, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, there you guys go. And then I need to add these guys into the tracker. Enemies. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you guys go. C, 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 C. Okay. You guys can see him in the combat tracker, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We're just gonna go 1, 2 for Chiliad gainers are in front, 3, 4 in the back. One
Okay.
is on the left, 2 is on the right, 3 is on the left, 4 is on the right. Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. She's firing at Gainer 1 to start with her mini revolver. But the shot goes wide, and she says, "Oh, damn it!" And she turns around, she looks behind her, and she says, you, Federation soldier, take him down.
How much is he square again?
5 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my grenade.
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm definitely throwing my
I
grenade.
forgot you even had it.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw it at the enforcer.
The guy in the middle? That's
Yeah, so
that's
it's 5 feet, right?
yep, that's
a
Uxor
tile?
Peto. Yep.
Okay, so it'll hit all 3.
Him and the 2 behind him.
Yeah, it's 5 feet area.
One
Okay.
square, okay.
It is 4d6. Okay, and then you gotta do a dex save to see if you get half damage.
4?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Is that a gambit or something? What is that?
It's it doesn't count as a spell. Or it does not count for prepared spells. It counts as a gambit, yeah, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
something the commando gets.
So you're just pulling goddamn grenades out of your butt cheeks is what you're telling me.
Yeah, kind of.
That's crazy.
Where's the d6?
It's
the
the cube.
Yeah, it's the
normal
regular
dice.
dice. It's the normal dice, yeah.
Yeah.
Second from the right.
Oh, I see. 4.
So 15
Right.
damage to all of them?
If they fail the dex save.
Okay, so 15 damage if they fail the dex save. So what's the DC?
I guess I gotta look up the DC. I
It
don't
should be
know
your
exactly.
spell casting ability. It should be in your spell thing.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go look right now because it's not there, or at least I'm not seeing it.
There's a way to put it in, but I forget. There's not like a slot for it on here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know where it is.
I'll roll the save for each one of them right now. Well, I can tell you right now that 2 of them aren't saving that. Oh wait, actually, okay, so the Enforcer didn't save his for sure. The other 2
Not inventory, is it? No.
potential. Well, one's saving for sure, one is maybe, and then the Enforcer is taking 15 damage.
Not abilities, and it's not in
Oh.
skills.
What class are you?
I'm a soldier, commando.
Command. Let me look. I'll look it up because I have my thing pulled up
Cause
here.
I'm looking at it, I just can't find it. Unless I'm
Yeah.
looking past it.
I think it'll be like somewhere in your thing.
It's probably your wisdom, because didn't you make your wisdom your highest one for that?
My wisdom's 20.
Yeah, it's gotta be your wisdom.
What?
So whatever your, it'll
I'll
be...
go to the regular soldier thing and see if it's there.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
it
I'm
might
looking
just be
at it.
there. I was looking at commando stuff.
Oh yeah, where soldier hit points. It doesn't say for gambits. It should say for gambits somewhere in here. I just gotta find it.
It should be 8 plus proficiency, probably plus your wisdom modifier. So
Yeah, it is equal to your wisdom modifier plus your soldier level. That's what it says. Wait.
So
No,
wisdom modifier.
That's never mind. That's not it. Hold on.
Oh.
Gambit
What?
of pulling ability. Wisdom's your gambit pulling ability. Okay, it's 8 plus your proficiency, 8 plus your wisdom. Yep.
So 10 plus 5 be 15, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 15. Okay, so then the one didn't save that as well. We'll make it the guy closest, so 4. 4 did not save it. Okay, Talus just pulls out a grenade and chucks it. And then the other guy took half damage, so we round up, that's 8. And you just have a grenade explode in their midst, and Uxor Peto, he comes stumbling out of like the smoke from your grenade, and he is just peppered to high hell with shrapnel. And then the other 2, they've also the other one, he's burned and he's got shrapnel all up in his arms and his face. And the last guy, he took some shrapnel too from your grenade.
Jesus.
It is your turn to popcorn it.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to... What's the dude's name? Oxor?
Uxor Peto.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to him.
He looks up and he goes, "What the fuck?" He pulls out his shotgun, and he is going to fire. Actually, let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh yeah. So he's gonna fire it, and he has spray 30 feet on that. So he's gonna be hitting all of you with his shotgun, because he fires it in a cone in front of him.
Nah. Nah.
So we'll do just in order. Mrs. Namajira. Mrs. Raphael.
Hey, where did you guys put your proficiency, your skill, or not your skill, the
Mrs.
proficiency
Lockley.
thing for your spell stuff?
It's not on here. At
You
least
didn't
the
put
way
it
I
in
have it.
there?
I have to find out how to
Hits
do it. I don't have
Talus.
time. Damn.
It does hit me, yeah.
Oh, whoops. Did I do plus? I did the right one. Okay.
I have
And
it in
Bronzy.
here somewhere, I thought. But
Hits Bronzy. Okay, so Talus. This is heat damage. So 7 damage to you, heat, and then for Bronzy,
you can make it go. But I
5.
don't know how to make it like. Whoops. I have it in there so it's wisdom, but I don't know how to make it go.
So he fires his shotgun, and most of the pellets that hit Lockley, Raphael, and Namajira, they're just absorbed by your armor. But Talus and Bronzy, it manages to sneak through and hit you guys underneath your armor.
Damn.
he calls out to the two gainers in front of him. He says, "Well, go on then, shoot them." Gainer 1 is front left is going to attack Namajira with his mini pistol. Who's at the very top? I forget this.
Hurt.
Oh, I see where it is. Okay,
But he's going to miss. And Gainer 2 is also going to fire
It's
his
automatically
pistol
in there.
at
Yeah,
Namajira.
I don't know how to roll it from here.
No, so
chill
what
it.
you do is
I can see it. I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
I just don't know how to do it.
Both fire their
I guess you
pistols
have
at
to look at it.
Namajira, but her armor absorbs the 2 shots. And I'm gonna say, Raphael, you see an opening here.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at the enforcer.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull a gambit.
All right.
So I'm gonna pull out my pistol, and then it's gonna you can kind of hear it charging up, and the heat coils are gonna get supercharged. So I'm gonna use double tap.
Yeah.
So I make 2 ranged attacks against a single target.
There you
I'm gonna
go.
shoot at the enforcer.
All right. You're shooting at Uxor Peto.
Yeah. Let me pull down my weapon
Oh, he
here.
has heavy damage done to him already? Hell yeah.
It's your fucking grenade.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Might just spam grenades, who knows?
That's crazy. Hold on, my
Just
my
keep
character
pulling
sheet's
them out of my
over.
ass.
What the heck? My weapons are being weird. Hold on. Oh. Standard mode. Put me in standard mode. There we go. That
Okay.
was weird. Okay. There we go. Pistol has a range of 40, I think. Yep. So we should be good. So I'm making 2 attacks against him.
That's a hit.
And these are electric because
Mhm.
the first one's electric at least.
2 hits.
Okay. I guess I'm rolling damage then.
Pew pew, pow, pow, pow.
That's 1. That first one's electric.
You pull out and you double tap him in the chest, and he just falls to the ground, and he's dead.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna
Jesus.
make a wisdom saving throw on each gainer to see if they're gonna stick around. In order 1, 2, 3,
I thought that was a -1. I was like, wait.
4. Okay, Gainer 3 and 4, they're throwing up their hands. They're going to surrender. Gainer 1 and 2, seeing that they're going to surrender, they pass their check, but they're done. They drop their weapons. They're like, all right, you guys obviously mean business. We're done, and they're surrendering.
Oh my goodness.
And that was fast, but combat's over.
Huh.
I wanted to use double tap when we were in the bar, but
Your
oh
work,
my god.
guys.
Yeah, too bad double tap doesn't work for melees.
Yeah, you need a ranged weapon.
Yeah. But it's really good though, considering how like this campaign is, like it's like shooting.
Yeah.
So
Namajira, she types in on her
She's
little wrist
spinning too,
computer.
that's crazy.
On her wrist computer, and a hologram of a man in a Confederacy police uniform pops up, and the man, he nods his head at her, and she says, "That's it, bounty's complete. He's dead." And she points at Uxor and says, "And the rest of the gang is surrendering." Good. And now you recognize the man to be
Oh god damn it.
Grayson Fisk.
Ah.
Good work. And his jaw will shake, and he says, "We are sending your full payment now, Namajiro. We thank you again for your..." And she cuts him off, and or she cuts the hologram off, and she turns around to you all, and she says, "Well, I suppose thanks are in order. You all handled yourself much more splendidly than I thought you would there. I did not expect him to have so many members still left. I've been working for weeks to take down their cell here. And Bronzy speaks up and he says, working for weeks? They've been terrorizing us that entire time. He says, I know. They were, because I've been cutting off all of their avenues of where they could make their money in that time. They've been getting desperate, you see. And she gives you all a namaste, and she says, now then, before we go here, I do have to ask, just what are two Soul Republic officers doing in the company of a Federation soldier? Or former one, at least.
Well, I mean, we got no allegiance, really.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty young guys. I mean, we were just doing. We're
There we
part
go.
of
My
a.
headset turned off. I'm back.
We're part of a company together that does well, so far just bounty work, but like yourself, but
Her eyes sparkle up when you say that. And she says, bounty work, you say?
yeah. We just dealt with the Scarlet Raiders, as a matter of fact. You've heard of them.
That was you? And she cracks a smile.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Hmm.
In fact, the reason we came over to this planet in the first place was to sell their ship, get our own one.
Oh, my. And she cracks a smile, and she gives a little bit of a, she puts her, like, fingertips on her cheek, and she's being all sexy, and she says, do you all happen to be hiring?
We're looking for a pilot.
Are you now?
Yeah.
She twirls her staff around and she says, well, I'll have you know I was on the Soul Republic Special Weapons, Counter-Terrorist, and Anti-Organized Crime Force for 6 years, and during that time I was a qualified faster-than-light chase officer.
Oh.
Okay.
How's the pay?
How many credits did we get our first run?
About 300 each.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to do some negotiations, but I am looking for a new company. I've been on my own for a while, and, well, I can handle myself, but I do run better with a crew. I work better with a team than I do on my own. Easier to not get yourself into some trouble, or to have some backup if need be with a team.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
if we came here to recruit and get a new ship, so I mean.
Well then,
yeah.
I'm coming aboard. Show me
Oh.
to your ship.
Right.
Bronzy looks around. He goes, I guess.
I guess we take her back to the
Right.
ship.
And don't worry, I'll forget about you all mucking up my investigation. I won't report you to your supervisors. She cracks a smile. As long as you show me to your ship.
I don't know who my supervisor is.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoever
we got a
you're
little bit of crew
hiring.
left at the home ship, but they're all characters. They're nice people.
I'm sure I will love to meet them. And she rolls her eyes a little bit and she starts walking back towards the.
We go shopping.
I will let you guys go shopping out of session because
Let's go, baby.
this has gone way longer than I thought it was going to take. So.
Let's
Sorry.
go.
You all walk back to the dock, and Bronzy looks at you all, and he scratches his bald head or his balding head, and he says, "You know what? I like you all. I'm gonna
Yes.
go talk to the mistress and tell her my goodbyes, and I'm gonna join you all because you all are fun.
Yeah. You're fun too.
Right. Hell yeah, brother.
Consider fucking Bronzy a part of your crew.
Welcome aboard, Bronzy.
Namajira, she's walking around your ship, and she's your new starfighter, and she's tapping it with her staff, and she says, it's on the older side, but I've worked with worse. I could pilot this.
Okay.
And she looks back at you, and she says, does it come with the full standard loadout? I'm assuming this cannon and the bombs are loaded.
Bronzy said so, yeah.
Well,
Did say that.
I suppose I can tag along, talk to your employer, maybe work something out.
Yeah. We'd like to. Listen, we got plenty of space for recruits on this.
Perfect! And she walks up the ramp, into the
Right.
cockpit. A few minutes pass, and then you turn on and you hear a loud voice echo across the starport, and Bronzy speaks up and says, "Don't worry, Andre. You're not going to be seeing me for quite a while. I won't crush your skull today." and
Oh, Lord.
and Andre yells back, and he says, "Now where the hell are you going, you old lug?" And Bronzy speaks up again, and he says, "I got myself a new starship." and he looks over and he says, "And a new crew," and he cracks a big old smile, and he's carrying a large duffel bag on his back, and his pipe, his trusty pipe, in his other hand. He tucks it into his belt, back into his
Give him a
belt,
thumbs up.
and he starts to
Breakfast Club fist pump.
he starts to walk up the ramp, and his boots are so loud, it's just bang, bang, bang from his weight as he climbs up into the starship. And he pokes his head out and he says, "Come on now, what are you waiting for?"
Let's go. Don't you forget about me.
You climb up into the ship. You're sitting in the cargo hold of the ship, and there is a couple of seats for you to sit at. And the way it works is the ship closes up, and there's like a ladder that leads up into the cockpit, and Namajira is sitting at the pilot's seat, and she turns around and she says, "Which one of you wants to take the rear gun?"
I point to Raph. 'Cause
Yeah.
The
Is,
rear gun is in a
was
little
our pilot
bubble.
before this.
The rear gun's in a little bubble that sits up and behind. Oh no, there is no rear gun. Never mind. You guys got the heavy starfighter. I apologize. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
good point.
Well, she turns around. The way it works is there's a little ladder, and you can see the pilot's seat from where you're at. It's just a little cockpit. Fine. She's gonna turn around. She's gonna say, "Now, please don't detonate the bombs in the back while we're in this damn thing. I'd rather not explode before we get to our first job." And there, in the cargo hold, there is a door that separates the back of the ship from the front of the ship, and it says "bomb room" on the door.
Right.
Namajira, she has a duffel bag as well, and she opens it, and she pulls out a long cord, and she plugs it into the ship, into the control console, and you can see from here, she takes her braid and she moves it aside, and you see a small port at the base of her skull where her neck and her skull meet, and she plugs this cord into the base of her skull. And she has now plugged herself into the ship.
Huge.
And she is sitting at the cockpit, and she kind of turns her head, and she looks, and she says, "Bronzy, when I plug myself in, I can see through all of the cameras. I see you picking your nose back there. Please stop that. It is disgusting." And Bronzy, who is in the middle of picking his nose, he looks and he goes, Now that's pretty cool. And he takes his finger out of his nose. And she goes, now then, where are we going?
Where are we going? Are we just going back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is that?
Mm,
I don't know.
good question.
It's the hub.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Fuck.
The hub? Ah, that's a nest of crime and villainy that I haven't been back to in quite a while. Should be fun. And she begins tapping on the control console, and your ship takes off, and it jumps into faster than light speed. And a day passes,
Good.
and you arrive back at the hub.
Let's
We'll
go,
end
baby.
it there.
You.
Right, so that took way longer than I thought it was going to take.